Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we're going to be returning to r/iamatotalpieceofsh because it's a subreddit that I haven't had a look at in quite a while. I just hadn't been in the mood. It was one of those subreddits that, like, it's just the worst of humanity and you have to be in a really specific mood to look at it. And I'm grumpy today, so what better time to look at the worst of humanity? Let's take a look, shall we? Smashing TVs at Walmart goes wrong.
You hear me? No.
I'm gonna find out.
I brought that TV from my house.
Yeah, unsurprisingly arrested, deservedly arrested for vandalizing property that she didn't own. This smashing TVs at Walmart gone wrong. How could this have possibly gone right? Like, you would have smashed a TV and left? That's not gone right. That's a crime going unpunished. I hate TikTok or YouTube challenges like this, where it's just like, I committed a crime and then acted like I'm the victim when I was arrested for committing a crime. I hate this side of the internet. I really hate it. So the context of this one, OP said, as you can see, really is the person checking the bags at the airport stole some money from someone's wallet. I think OP said that it was like $600, which is a lot of money as well. Like, yeah. Oh, was it both of them doing it? That's worse. They're both in on it. This is like organized. They're stealing money. Oh, not just from one person's wallet, from like multiple people's wallets and bags. Right. Yeah, there's a reason people don't trust TSA. It's like you can get those padlocks for like suitcases and stuff that have the TSA locks on them, which are already super insecure because you can buy the keys to those online. But when TSA are literally stealing your property on top of that, like, it's absurd. It's obscene. It's ridiculous. Like, let's just have a look. What kind of funding does the TSA get? The TSA has a budget of 1.4 billion, I think. Oh no. 2024 President's budget request, which includes a $10.4 billion request for the Transporting Security Administration. They're upping the budget of this organization for this group that are stealing money from people flying. That's fucking absurd. We need to see pain in the economy, and unemployment needs to jump 40 to 50%. Employees think employers should be thankful for them. We need to kill that. I'll be real, I wish more CEOs talks this way. Labor would be far stronger and their lives far worse. You want workers to have worse lives so that rich billionaires can make more money? Let's be real. First of all, this is fucking stupid. If unemployment rose 40 to 50%, employers wouldn't benefit from that. They'd have no work and no one would be able to afford to buy their shit. It would be a total economic collapse and all of the billionaires would lose a shit ton of their money. But on top of that, right, employees are a commodity. Think of it like this. If you can't afford a really expensive car, you don't buy the really expensive car. If you can't afford to pay employees what they are worth, your company is shit, your budgeting is shit, and you shouldn't have employees. If your company can't afford to actually pay people, you shouldn't be hiring people, should you? Your company shouldn't exist. But that's what capitalism is now. Capitalism is primarily companies refusing to pay people what they are worth. Pay your employees what their worth is, or don't be surprised when you can't find employees. This one, I'm not going to show the full thing because it's very long. I'm going to paraphrase, but essentially this video is a news report of a man who his child was sick, his child was throwing up, and he didn't know the cause. He could smell weird scents in his house and didn't know the cause. He had boilers and like all sorts of things replaced out of fear that they were leaking gas into his apartment. And then he set up a camera outside his apartment and found out that his neighbor who lives below him has been injecting the house with chemicals. Rather than, I don't know, putting in a noise complaint about your neighbor upstairs, because he said that his neighbor had like complained to him about his noise. But rather than going to the landlords and saying, hey, this neighbor is making a lot of noise, he tried to actually, I'm guessing, murder them with illegal substances. Basically, he's been charged with stalking and possessing controlled substances. But that charge doesn't seem to cover the fact that he's injecting these substances into someone's house with the intent of causing harm. This whole situation is fucking ridiculous. But the fact that he talked to them and they were still what he would call loud, sure. But the fact that he couldn't just go to the landlord and put in a noise complaint or something, and he resorted to using chemicals? What the fuck? That's so far gone. Like, So here we have some protesters outside Disney World. And like, I've seen a lot of the protesters doing the whole Disney's turning kids gay and trans and it's the gay agenda. But I don't know how you can ever pretend to be the good guys protesting outside of Disney while flying fucking swastikas, flying Nazi flags, saluting as that dude is doing. These guys are actual Nazis protesting outside Disney and they think that they're the good guys. That's insane. This is real. This is a real thing that's happening, and that's insane. So the context of this is it's a girl's bathroom or a girl's locker room, something along those lines. Obviously, it's a bathroom. There's a toilet there. There's a janitor's thing in there with a camera in it. First of all, illegal, but man, that... so gross. So gross. I really hope that the person responsible for doing this was caught and arrested for filming women in the bathroom against their will. It's gross and horrible. Really gross and horrible.
It was really bad because I felt so bad about it.
Did you?
I
did you
called
feel bad
like
about
child
it?
services on this one. I called child services on my ex because he pissed me off, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done with this person, whatever, like, you know, cheater, fucking piece of shit.
You don't sound like you feel bad about it.
He had kids. I called child services on his ass, and I like fabricated everything and like censored things, and they like went to the door, and like there was a whole process. Like, I don't even know if the children's aid worker still visits them, but she probably does, because what I sent, like the way I AI'd that shit, you know, like real AI shit, like fake bruises.
She's proud of this. She's not guilty about this at all.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy. I'm stopping the video there. I don't want to watch any more of this. Pretty crazy. I tried to ruin a guy's life and potentially land him in prison for assaulting a child, which he didn't do because he broke up with me. That's pretty crazy. I'm so quirky. You're a fucking maniac. You tried to ruin a guy's life and potentially put his children in care because you broke up with him? You're a fucking maniac. And the fact that you're proud about this, talking about this on a live interview that's going on the internet, and you're proud about that? You're insane. I very much doubt she's ever gonna see this video, but if she ever does, fucking maniac. Actually fucking insane. You need to shut the F up. Dad accused of killing 2-month-old by shoving baby wipe all the way down her throat. This man deserves to be in jail forever. Forever. Killing a 2-year-old. How can you, 2-month-old even? How can you even do that? How I can't comprehend these people. I can't comprehend anyone that would get mad at a 2-year-old and do anything to it, let alone kill it. It's a fucking baby. It's not in control of its actions. You are. This is a grown-ass adult, okay? This is a full fucking adult who is assaulted and killed a child, a 2-month-old, for crying, for existing, for being a 2-month-old. Fucking piece of shit. Should be in jail forever. So the context of this video, police breaking into a car, is there's a dog in the car. This is in Brazil, in the Brazil heat, and a woman had left her dog in her car in the Brazilian sun, windows rolled, closed, for over an hour. Anybody that does this with their pets are trash human beings and doesn't deserve pets. Anyone. You should not be leaving pets in cars. You shouldn't be leaving pets in cars when it's not a sunny day, let alone on a sunny day, for an hour as well. In Brazilian sun. Pretty fucking hot in Brazil. Some people really piss me off, like to an obscene extent. It is ridiculous and infuriating that these people just live their fucking lives, harming children, harming animals, all of this ruining people's lives. That woman ruined someone's life and is bragging about it on a podcast. She's never going to meet repercussions for that. It's actually insane. It really just really sets me off and makes me so mad. Following that trend, Princeton grad who killed dad after his 1K weekly allowance was cut gets 30 years to life. This dude looks like older than me. I would say this dude looks like he's in his 30s, right? And the fact that he was in his 30s anyway, the fact that he was that far into his fucking life, getting 1K weekly allowance, right? 4 grand a month allowance in adulthood for fucking existing, and when that was cut, he killed his dad. What did he think was gonna happen, first of all, for killing his dad? Oh, like, did he not think that he was gonna get punished for that? Like, oh, yeah, you've lost your allowance, and now you're in fucking jail. Genius move. God, almost there. This next one was a fairly long video, but I'm gonna just talk about it rather than show the video because I don't want to sit through the whole video. But basically, OP said YouTube mum allegedly duct taped starved kids until one 12-year-old escaped. Another child, 10 years old, was found by the police in a second location in a similar emaciated condition. The YouTube mum was arrested Wednesday on 2 counts of aggravated child abuse, according to court records. This story goes really deep, okay? She was a TikToker, a self-proclaimed TikTok influencer, and you better believe the internet's using the fucking term influencer, which I despise, by the way. She's used terms like they lost their privilege to food, okay? She's starving her kids by removing their access to food and saying they've lost their privilege to have food. She did the same with beds. She had tied them up and handcuffed them to radiators and shit. They had wounds on their wrists from being bound. These kids were being starved, had their beds removed, and on top of that, she wasn't caught about this earlier when she was airing the entire thing on TikTok. She was posting videos of this entire thing, documenting the whole process on TikTok, and it took fucking ages for this to be caught. It took a child escaping for anybody to look into this. It's insane how much people can get away with just because they're a parent. It's actually insane. This woman should be in prison. No child deserves this. No child. And the final post. 2 people charged in connection with death of 13-year-old special needs girl found dead in car in Colleton County. Now, when I first read this, I read it a bit wrong and thought they were found dead. OP did leave a little bit of extra context in the title where they said they took her from the house to a car and left her there for 5 hours. The heat index in the car was 135 degrees. So they're alive. They took a special needs girl from her house, left her in a car for 5 hours, and the car was 135 degrees in the heat. I don't know how you could possibly look at this without seeing that this was clear intent for that child to be killed, right? There's no way they could have done this with the intent of keeping that child or keeping that child alive. They knew what they were doing when they left that child in that car in the heat for that long, right? This was a murder attempt. Not attempt, it was a murder. I have no words. I was maybe gonna say something else. I have nothing else to add. I have no words. I'm gonna end the video there. This faith in humanity is declining, really. Wow, yeah. If you want to support me in making more videos like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click on the join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. Going to keep making content regardless. I don't know how many more videos I'll do on this subreddit. It's always a popular one, but it always makes me feel sad, so we'll see. I'll probably do more. I'll probably have to. Special thank you to all of the YouTube members and patrons that do support me. You are all incredible, wonderful, amazing people, and it genuinely means a lot to me. So thank you to everybody that does support. Videos like this probably going to be demonetized, so the support genuinely helps a lot. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.